and I have to get rid of her. And I have to find her a home. Who's going to take this little baby? Those were the words I whispered into the dark of my dorm room, my voice cracking under the weight of a choice I never wanted to make. Rain tapped against the window, like the world was crying with me. On my bed, curled in a nest of sweatshirts, was Bailey, tiny, golden-eyed and trembling with every breath. I'd known pets were forbidden the moment I signed the housing contract, but I hadn't known I'd find him. It happened on a Tuesday, just after my organic chemistry midterm. I was walking back across campus, shoulders slumped under the weight of equations I couldn't solve, when I saw it. A soggy cardboard box, tucked under a bench near the science building. Inside, two golden eyes blinked up at me, wide, terrified, and impossibly trusting. He was shivering, hungry, alone. I told myself I'd only take him to the shelter, just for the night, just until I found help. But the moment I wrapped him in my sweatshirt and felt that fragile heartbeat pressed against my chest, I knew I couldn't let go. "You ready?" I'd asked him that first night, voice barely above a whisper. He'd nuzzled my hand in reply. And so began our secret. For a week, Bailey lived under my bed. I shared bites of my ramen, warmed milk in a thimble-sized dish, and stayed up late studying with him purring softly on my chest. He didn't know it, but he was saving me, anchoring me to a world that felt too big, too cold, too lonely. I was 19, far from home, homesick in a way that ached in my bones. Bailey didn't fix it. He just made it bearable. "Are you giving me hugs?" I'd whisper, and he'd press his tiny head under my chin. "Do you want attention?" He'd blink slowly, the cat version of yes, always. But secrets don't last. One afternoon, I returned from class to find my resident advisor holding Bailey like he was contraband. Her expression wasn't cruel, just firm. "You know the rules," she said gently. 2 days, or you risk housing probation." My stomach dropped. I called my parents that night, voice shaking. "Sweetie, we love you," Mom said, "but we already have 2 cats and a dog. We can't take another." That night, I cried harder than I ever had. I felt young, broke, overwhelmed, and utterly powerless. I promised Bailey I'd find him a good home. An elderly woman in my old neighborhood said yes. She'd lost her own cat and wanted companionship. The drive there was the longest of my life. He pressed his paw against the carrier door the whole way, as if asking, "Why are you leaving me?" I couldn't answer. I just kept driving, tears blurring the road. When I handed him over, the woman smiled. "He'll be safe here," she said. I nodded, kissed his head one last time, and walked away. Halfway home, I had to pull over. I couldn't see through the tears. I thought that was the end. But a month later, during winter break, my mom met me at the door with a sigh and a smile. The woman couldn't keep him. Arthritis. She couldn't bend to refill his food. My heart leapt. "He's in your old room," she said. "But don't get attached. We're just fostering." She didn't understand. He was already mine. That night, I made a silent plan. Bailey would win them over. And he did. Within days. He was curled beside my dad, on the couch during football. He'd nap on my mom's lap while she graded student papers. He followed my brother to the kitchen, hoping for scraps. He didn't beg. He didn't demand. He simply belonged. By spring, no one spoke of fostering. Bailey was family. Now, at 13 years old, Bailey moves slowly. His fur is silvered at the muzzle. His leaps are now careful steps. But when my daughters call his name, Bailey, where are you? He still lifts his head with those same golden eyes, tail giving one soft tap, as if to say, I'm still here. I always will be. I often think back to that rainy Tuesday, the box, the fear, the heartbeat against my chest. I once believed I rescued him, but the truth is, Bailey rescued me first. He taught me that love doesn't ask for permission. It shows up. In a cardboard box, in a dorm room, in the quiet moments between tears, and stays, even when the world says no. Sometimes the smallest lives leave the biggest paw prints. And Bailey, he didn't just stay. He became home. And I have to get rid of her? No. I have to keep her. Because some souls aren't found by accident. They're sent. And Bailey, he was my angel all along. When my oldest daughter asked, Mom, why does Bailey follow me everywhere? I knelt beside her and said, because you're his person, and he'll never let you walk alone. And in that moment, I saw my younger self, the scared college girl who needed someone to stay. And I realized, Bailey didn't just heal me, he healed generations. Because love like his, it echoes. Long after his purrs fade, his presence will linger. In the quiet spaces between heartbeats, in the way my daughters speak gently to all creatures, in the belief that no one is ever truly alone. And that is the miracle of a tiny kitten who was never meant to stay, but stayed anyway. Because some bonds, they're written in the stars. And Bailey, he was always ours. And I have to find her a home. No, she found ours.